First question. The length and the breadth of a rectangular piece of land are 500 meter and 300 meter respectively. Find its area. Second, the cost of the land if 1 meter square of the land costs rupees 10,000. Recall from the previous standard that area of any rectangular field is equal to length into breadth. That is, this is your length. It is given to you as 500 meter. Here in the question, length equals 500 meter. Breadth means 300 meter. Respectively means the order here in the later portion is followed as it is given in the previous part of this statement. That is, length denotes 500 meter, breadth means 300 meter. Therefore, respectively means the same. Now suppose this is a property or a land for sale which has to be sold to a new client. In order to do so, the owner must know the area. Based upon that, pricing will be done. So this is a daily life question which you will face in some upcoming years. Most probably. We know how to calculate area. That is, just write these things. That is 500 into 300. And now you know how to multiply it easily. 5 3s are 15. Count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just fix them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it gives you 1,50,000 square meter or meter square. Always remember to write units, because without units it's just a value. When you add units to value, it gives you a meaningful term. In this case, it is area. Now the owner has known the area. Now he will decide the pricing based upon the rate or the cost for 1 meter square. Total he has this much. 1 meter square will be something like this. That is square portion. So this whole land for sale contains this much of those tiny squares. Therefore, we got to multiply this thing with the cost. So the same we are doing in the second part. That is the cost of the land if 1 meter square of land costs rupees 10,000. So it seems that this property is of quite high value. Therefore, this client or the person who's going to buy this property is a little bit shocked. So how we are going to find it? Cost of 1 meter square land is equal to rupees 10,000. Now cost of 1,50,000 meter square land will be, just multiply it with this value. Now just write 15 into 1 is 15. Count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just fix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this much amount of money is required by the client in order to get this land from the owner. So how much is this money? If you count it, it is 150 crores. In this way, you try to find the cost of the land when you know the area. So first of all, you got to find the area and then multiply that area with the cost of 1 unit square. In this case, it was meter square. Therefore, we have to know the cost of 1 meter square. So that is your first question. Second question. Find the area of a square park whose perimeter is 320 meter. In this question, the given part is perimeter of a square park. So it is a square park. Assume it to be a square park without any trees, benches, or whatever stuff strikes into your mind. We got to find area of the square park when perimeter is given to us. So how you tackle such type of questions? First of all, you just break down what is given to you. Always. Perimeter is given to you. Forget about area at the moment. Just write perimeter of the square park equals 320 meter and then break down this thing on the left hand side of your equation. This is an equation because you have two sides, left hand side and right hand side. In between we have equal sign. Therefore, it makes it as an equation. And you have to change this statement into algebraic equation in order to find something new. So we will break this down. Perimeter of square park, we know it is 4 into side. How? Perimeter is the distance which is enclosed by any closed figure. This is the definition. And what does it mean? It means that if you walk from this point and keep walking along the outer part of this park, that will give you perimeter. So 4 into side, why? So 4 into side because it's a square and all the 4 sides are of equal length. Therefore 4 into side, that is 320 meter, that is given to you. This is the only information given to us. Now comes the solution part. So we will take this equation and we're just finding the value of side with the help of algebraic expressions that we have also studied in our previous standard. So how we can find side? This is getting multiplied. 4 is getting multiplied with side. When we take it to right hand side, it will get divided. Therefore, side is the only thing or the variable in this case which we have to find. Remains on left hand side. That is equal to 320 divided by this 4. So 1 4 is a 4, 4 8 is a 32, and 0 as it is. We found this side. Hence, the side is 80. This is 80, this is 80, this is 80, and again 80 meters. We are not writing it meter here because we are in process of solving this question. It is just a value because our actual aim is not to find side. Our actual aim is to find area. Now, when you have break down this thing, and you cannot do much now with this statement where it is asking something. The question is asking find the area. So you have to think in your brain this way. For area, what do we need? We need side because area will be side square. That is length into breadth. Both are same. So 80 into 80 will give you area. Therefore, in this manner, you've got to think in order to tackle any of the question in mathematics. Now, area of square is side into side. Side is already deduced. 80 into 80, that gives you this much. So 8 is a 64 and 2 zeros. So this is just the value. You have to write units with it all the time, else your answer is incomplete because this meter square actually tells what this value denotes. It denotes area. Thus, the area of the square park is 6400 meters square. And what is an area? Area is the total number of unit squares that are contained in this given figure. That is 1 meter square, 1 meter square, 1 meter square. So there are total 6400 meter squares contained in this figure. This all you have learned in your previous standard. You are just revising it. That is question number 2. Question 3. Find the breadth of a rectangular plot of land if its area is 440 meters square and the length is 22 meter. Also find its perimeter. Given part, area of rectangular plot of land. Here we have area is given as 440 written. Now length is also given. The length is 22 meter. Therefore length of rectangular plot of land equal 22. So what is a plot of land? It is that part of the earth that is required in order to sell it or to do any meaningful activity on that particular field. Therefore, the house on which you are living right now is also built up on some plot of land. That is what we mean from plot of land. So this is the only thing that we have in this question, that is given part to us. Now what we have to find? Number first, we have to find breadth of that rectangular plot, and secondly, we also have to find perimeter. So as we have told you earlier, that first only tackle the given part and break it down, then only consider rest of the parts. So we will break this information in solution part. Since it is a rectangle, therefore we know we have two things, length into breadth equals area, and we will just put on the values which are given to us. Length is given to us 22 meter, we wrote it. Into breadth not given, therefore we wrote it, but we placed meter because it is also going to be in meters. Therefore we wrote unit, that is equal to area. Area is given 440 meters square. Now you can straight away cancel 2 meter, 2 meters with these 2 meters. Meter square is just a concatenation of meter into meter, a short form of meter into meter. Now what we are left in this equation, 22 into breadth equal 440. Now we have to find this thing. This is getting multiplied by 22 and we will keep it here because we have to find it. That is equal to 440. It is getting multiplied, it will get divided. Simple maths, nothing special. So with 2 we can reduce it. 11 2s are 22, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 6 0. Again reducible. We can directly see the factor of 11. 1 11s are 11, 11 2s are 22, 0 as it is. So we got breadth equals 20 meter. Now we can only deduce this thing from the given piece of information. By doing so, we have found breadth. The first part is solved. Therefore this thing or this measure is 20 meter. Now we got to find perimeter. You know what is a perimeter? If this boy walks on this rectangular plot of land, how much distance he covers when he reaches the same point? That is the perimeter. That is the outer length of this figure. Or also, you know, this is the formula. This is just the short form of what we have just told you. That is 2L plus 2B. That is, we have 2 lengths and 2 breadths. We are just adding them up. So don't cram the formulas, as we always say. Try to conceptualize it so math becomes fun. We're just placing it to what is length? Length is 22 meter plus breadth is how much? 20 meter. Now we are not taking units because we are just computing it, we are calculating it, and last we will attach it. You can also fix it while doing it, but in bigger calculations it is easy not to write them and just to fix it later on when you get your answer. So 2 into 42, 22 plus 20, 42, multiply 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 84 meter. Always write meters, else it will just be a value 84 and nobody will know ever that what you are referring with is 84. Therefore 84 meter is the parameter of the required plot. The same has been written here. So that completes your question number 3. Question number 4. The perimeter of a rectangular sheet is 100 cm if the length is 35 cm. Find its breadth. Also find the area. What is a sheet? First of all, it is part of metal which is used in order to construct many objects like roof, like vehicles, and all the stuff that you can think of needs stability, rigidity, and strength. This sheet can be bought from the hardware store, so just to give you its relation with the daily life. So the given part is perimeter of the rectangular sheet, that is the distance this particular sheet encloses outside, which is 100 cm, and length is given to you, that is 35 cm. You got to find breadth. Now it doesn't matter, you can take this as breadth or this is length. Finally you are just going to multiply it. So again, as we have stated, this is the only thing given to you. Forget everything. First, just elaborate the given part only. Perimeter of a rectangular sheet is equal to how much? Twice of length plus breadth. We have just discussed in previous question, and it is given to you. Just write the value, that is 100 cm. Now twice length is given to you, 35 cm. Breadth is not given, but it will be also having its unit, that is centimeter. Therefore we wrote centimeter. 100 cm equals 35 into 2 is 70 cm plus 2 into b, that is 2b centimeter. Move this side towards left hand side, that is 100 cm. It was plus here, it will get minus 70 centimeter. So 100 minus 70 is how much? 30 centimeter equals only 2b centimeter was left on right hand side. Now centimeter gets cancelled. 1 2 is a 2, 15 2 is a 30. So what you are left here, that is equal to 15 equals b, or it is very similar to b equals 15 centimeter. Therefore we have found breadth while just only elaborating the given piece of information to us. So we have found first part, that is perimeter. Now the question is also asking for area. Now area of rectangular sheet is simple, length into breadth. Initially we just had only length, but now we have found breadth as 15. So we are just plugging it. Again, length into breadth. This is just repeated, you can omit it. 35 is length, breadth is 15. Now just multiply it. Now how you can multiply it in your mind as this child is doing here? Just divide it, that is using distributive law. 35 can be broken down to 30 plus 5 into 15. This you are just doing in mind, you are just trying to explain it. 30 plus 5 into 15, bracket means multiplication. Now 15 3s are 45, fix 0, 0, because it is easy to multiply with zeros, therefore we try to break down it in such a way. And for complex calculation you have to do in your extra rough space. 15 3s are 45, fix 0 in your mind, and you just remember that you have also 5 to be multiplied. 15 5s are 75. And how are you going to add them up? 450 plus 75. Break this 75 to 50 plus 25. Now it is easy. 450 plus 50 is how much? It is 500 plus 25 was left. So in this way you calculate in your mind. So 525 centimeters square is your required area of this sheet. That is your question number 4. Question 5. The area of a square park is the same as of rectangular park. If the side of the square park is 60 meter and the length of the rectangular park is 90 meter, find the breadth of the rectangular park. The question here says the area of the square park is same as rectangular park. Therefore, this area enclosed by this rectangular park is equal to the area enclosed within this square park. Now if the side of the square park is 60 meter, this is your 60 meter, This will also be 60 meter, 60 meter and 60 meter because it's a square. And the length of the rectangular park is 90 meter. This is 90 meter. So what you're missing? You're missing breadth of this rectangle. That is what this question is also asking for. Find the breadth of the rectangular park. Very easy. You just have to compare both the things. Now how you tackle such type of a question? Again, nothing new. You will use whatever is given to you. So given part is area of the square park equals area of the rectangular park. That will be your equation, because it states in the first statement itself that the area of the square park is same as of a rectangular park. Side of the square park is 60 meter. Already stated. Length of the rectangular park is 90 meter. Now comes the solution. What is given to you and break it down. We are going to break first statement. What is area of square park? It is simple. Side into side. And that equals to, so we have written equals to area of rectangular park. It is length into breadth. So this is L. Do not think it as 1. It is L. L into B. Length into breadth. Now just plugging the values into this equation. Side is 60 meter into 60 meter. 60 into 60 equals 90 into bm. Now what is this m? M is this unit, that is meter. B represent breadth. You could have also written as BREADTH so that you don't get confused yourself. Now meter, 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 cancel. 2 meters are there. You cannot cancel both the meters if you have only 1 meter. We have 2, therefore we did so. Now what else can be eliminated? Well, 1 0 with this 1 0. Therefore they are marked with different color so that you get clear understanding. We can still cancel this thing, but we will try to do it in next step so that it doesn't become complicated. So what we are left here, 60 into 6 equals 9 into b. So the same has been written here. So we have multiplied 6 6 to 36, 1 0. 1 0 is eliminated, therefore only 1 0 equals 9 into b. 1 9 is a 9 and 9 4 is a 36, 0 as it is. Therefore 40 equals b. Which step we have eliminated? We didn't shifted it. Instead, we have directly reduced it. You can also do it like this. This same thing means b equals 40. 40 is a value. What it is actually? Well, it is meter. That is breadth. Therefore, the breadth of the rectangular park is 40 meter. So we have found the breadth of the rectangular park. Question 6th. A wire is in the shape of a rectangle. Its length is 40 centimeter and breadth is 22 centimeter. If the same wire is rebent in the shape of a square, what will be the measure of each side? Also, find which shape encloses more area. The pictorial representation of this question is this. That is, initially we had a wire which was in the shape of rectangle, having measurement as length is 40 centimeter and breadth is 22 centimeter. Now, what we did with this, we just deformed it and made it in the shape of a square. Therefore, this breadth little bit increased and all 4 sides are now equal because it is a square. However, we didn't change the wire. This is the same wire. What you infer from this, the same wire, that is, its length will not change. The length which this wire had when it was rectangle is very same to the length which is now when it became square. And you also know what is the length. Length is perimeter. Therefore, we will equate both the perimeters as equal. In this way, we try to analyze the problem and move further. And the question has asked for what will be the measure of each side in case of square. So again, whatever is given to you, you write it here. You've discussed this thing. Rectangular of wire length is given to you 40 centimeter and breadth is 22 centimeter. Nothing else we are given with. So we will break this statement, what we have understood from the question. Now what is the perimeter of square? It is 4 into side because all the 4 sides are equal. That is equal to perimeter of rectangle. What is it? That is 2 lengths plus 2 breadths. Or this is concatenated or compressed version of that formula. You could have also written it in elaborated way. So 4 into side centimeter. We have also included the units while solving. You may not include it, it's all up to you. That is equal to 2, length is 40 centimeter, breadth is 22 centimeter, just plugging the values. 4 into side centimeter because we have to find this side, that is equal to 2 into, just add them up, 62 centimeter. Now 4 into side centimeter equals, multiply it, 2 2s are 4, 6 2s are 12. 124 centimeters, centimeter cancel out. What else can be cancelled? 4 and 124 can be cancelled. So 1 4s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. Remainder 0, 4 1s are 4, therefore 31. So when we write as side equals 31, it is just the value. This 31 gives no meaningful data. But as we write units with it, that is centimeter, we know that it is referring to some length because it is one dimensional. That is, it is not square. Therefore, it is a length. And that was the required side also. Thus, the side of the square is 31 centimeter. So first part is done, that we have found what will be the measure of each side. The second part is also find which shape encloses more area. So we need to find areas of both the figures because no area is given to us. So let's first try to find the area of square. So side into side, that is length into breadth. In both cases they are same. Therefore 31 into 31, you can do it, and it turns out to be 961 centimeter square. Why centimeter square? Because centimeter into centimeter gives you centimeter square, not 2 centimeter. So we have written this in the figure for better understanding. Now area of rectangle, it is length into breadth. We have both the sides. Both were given to us initially. 14 to 22. So 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8, 88, and fix 0 to it. Again, centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. Clearly, you can observe that square has the largest area, even the perimeter is same. And this is just for your understanding since you are learning these concepts. But always remember in your lifetime that if the perimeter is same, then square will have greater area as compared to rectangle. And also, addition to it, which figure will have the largest area if perimeters are same? That will be circle. That is, if you now bend this square into circle, the circle will have biggest area possible on this earth. So always bear that in mind. So that completes question number 6. Seventh question. The perimeter of a rectangle is 130 centimeter. If the breadth of the rectangle is 30 centimeter, find its length. Also, find the area of the rectangle. Once again, let's visualize the question. You're given with the rectangle and perimeter is given to you. Perimeter is the distance from here, like this, and here. That is the length enclosed within, that is length of the exterior portion of the figure, more particularly to be a closed figure. Also, you are given with a breadth, that is 30 centimeter. You have to find length. And again then, and later you have to also find area of the rectangle. So again, we will write given parts. Perimeter of a rectangle is 130 centimeter given to you. Breadth of the rectangle 30 centimeter given to you. That completes given part. Now we will break this given part to deduce something new. So the solution, perimeter of rectangle is 130 centimeter. We have written the same. Now what is perimeter of rectangle actually? First, the formula. We need not to explain it again and again. It's twice length plus breadth, or 2 times length plus 2 times breadth. It is given to you, just plugging the values, 130 centimeter. And now plugging the values on right hand side as well. Twice L centimeter. Why? This is not 1, it is L. L centimeter. Why? Because we have to find L. You could have also written as length centimeter. Plus B is given 30 centimeter. Now 130 centimeter as it is, opening the brackets. Remember the BODMAS rule, first brackets. 2L centimeter. It's not again 21, it's 2L centimeter. You cannot multiply variable with constants, therefore 2L centimeter. Or if you have written length, it will be 2 length centimeter. That means multiplication. Plus 32 is 60 centimeter. Now we will take this to this side. It is getting plus. Here it will get minus. So 130 minus 60, writing straight away as 70 centimeter, equals to, only this thing is left on right hand side. That is 21 centimeter, centimeter. Cancel out. It was 2. So 1 2 is 2, 35 2 is 70. So what we are left here is nothing. Nothing means 1, not 0, equals L only. Now we are just flipping it in our mind. That is L equals, that is length equals 35 centimeter. So found the first part. So this length is 35 centimeter. And now we are in a position to find area because we have both the terms. So area of the rectangle will be length into breadth. Length is found to be 35 centimeter. Breadth is already given as 30 centimeter. Now you multiply it. How are you going to multiply it? Well, 5 3s are 15, 1 carry, 3 3s are 9, plus 1 is 10. Fix this 0 at the end. So 1050 centimeters square. Also, don't forget to write units, because when you see the units only, you got to know that it is one dimensional, that is, it is length only, whereas it is talking about area because it is square. So that's what differentiates units. That completes your question number 7. Question 8. A door of length 2 meter and breadth 1 meter is fitted in a wall. The length of the wall is 4 meter and the breadth is 3.6 meter. As you can see in the figure as well, find the cost of whitewashing the wall if the rate of whitewashing the wall is rupees 20 per meter square. First of all, let's visualize the problem. So you have a wall, that's your wall, and you have a door also. Now the question says that you have to paint this wall but not this door, and you are given the cost per unit square and you have to find the ultimate cost in order to paint this wall. So if we will do something like this, multiply this wall breadth with this length, then we will get complete. But in this case, we will pay extra to the painter. So we have to reduce this area because he's not painting this area. Therefore, how we can do it? First, if we find the whole area and then subtract this area. So we have to find two areas in this case. The total area, considering this thing, that is door, minus the area of door. So after visualizing, everything becomes simple. Now the given part, length of the door is 2 meter. Breadth of the door is 1 meter. It was given here. The door of the length 2 meter and breadth 1 meter is fitted in a wall. Yes, it is fitted here. Then length of the wall is also given to you, 4.5 meter, and breadth is 3.6 meter. These are the only things given to us, and also you can also include here the cost of washing as rupees 20 per meter square. Now the solution part. First of all, we are finding this area of door. You could also find the area of total wall. It all depends upon you. It's your preference. So it is length into breadth, that is 2 into 1, 2 into 1 meter. You may also omit it and just write it in the answer part. It's again your wish. Now 2 into 1 is 2, meter into meter is meter square. So we have found this thing. Now we have to find complete area of this region, including this door. Now area of the only wall. What will be the area of only wall? This part. So we have discussed complete minus this door. So area of wall including door, that is complete, minus area of door. So complete is 4.5 into 3.6 or 3.6 into 4.5, whichever you like. Then minus 2 meters square, that is door's area, which we have found already. Now just multiply it on some rough space. It will give you 16.2 meters square, meter into meter, meter square, minus 2 meters square. So units are same, you can reduce it. Had it been meter only, you could not subtract it. Don't make mistake here, because most of you do. Then 16.2 minus 2 gives you 14.2 meters square. Again, units are same. Now therefore, area to be whitewashed will be 14.2 meters square. Now since we have found the area to be whitewashed, now we can find the total cost because we know the rate or the cost per unit square. In this case, per meter square, that is rupees 20. Now rate of whitewashing will be 14.2 into 20. Now it's very easy to multiply. Moving this decimal to this, so it becomes 142 into 2. Now multiply it. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 2 1s are 2, that is 284. Thus the cost of whitewashing the wall is rupees 284. So in this way, first you visualize the problem. Don't just straight away rush into the problem. First try to understand what this question has given to you, what it is asking for. Then you don't even have to learn the formulas. Mathematics become fun and joyful. With this, we finish our exercise, and that is your last question, question number 8.